by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him. He's gonna stop. He's gonna go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. And of course, it's the CFSL. It's Texas versus Oregon. My name's Anthony. Joining me tonight is Dominic. Of course, we've got Mike Peters making production happen, and we've got ourselves a heated matchup. I've seen the hype for this one in the chat today, studying up. It's my first time on here, and getting to see the hype it had has made me even more excited than I thought I could be. Dominic, how are we feeling?
Man, it is always nice to be in the booth on Thursdays on YouTube, where we make it the place to be. Absolutely exciting matching up taking place tonight. Oregon, after an incredible shootout last week against Georgia, looking to keep their momentum going. Texas licking their wounds after a loss to Virginia Tech last week.
Definitely want to turn that around, and we are going through and getting stuff set up too. We were all surprised at how even this could end up being. Early rush, but not for much game from Ryan Orlowski. So trying to turn it around early and get started on the right foot. I know last night when I was checking out both streams, the amount of early touchdowns we were seeing, not even before first possession on those first kickoff returns, was pretty insane. So we'll see if we have anything similar tonight. The drop back, looking for a pass, but not going to find much of anything there for Alexa. She was just a little bit off.
Not a great start there for Alexa Earl. Completely just whiffing, finding nobody over the middle. Matt Miller in coverage could have made a play on the ball.
Another attempt. There's a drop. A lot of time, but again, just can't find much. That's going to be an 0 for 2 early for Alexa. And you have to imagine that with the stats that Alexa brings into this game, she wants to get off on a hotter start than we've seen. We'll see if maybe that gets cleaned up on the next drive, but going to be a punt away here for Oregon, 4 and out.
I know, absolutely, no kidding. After last week going 35-41 for 520 yards and 5 touchdowns, absolutely had a phenomenal performance last week. And just two mallards out the hand, like the ball's just slipping out, can't really get any good grip on it to try to rip it down the field. Not the start that Oregon is going to be looking for. And now we are looking for chunky, spunky Tolbert to take the field for the Longhorns offense.
Pretty decent field position, too, after the return from Cody Scott. Play action. Drop back, the throw, and it's going to be picked off. So Oregon, they couldn't get offense rolling, but one single pass, and it's right back on that side. Matthew Nelson Jr. able to pull up with the interception.
Man, not the start quarterbacks had in mind today. Matthew Nelson sinking back into the zone coverage, having eyes on the quarterback, reading him the entire way and breaking on that pass. Not the start they had imagined, and now Alexa gets to come back in and right her wrongs.
We'll see if maybe that first play can shake off whatever has been a bit woozy. Instead, going to be the taken away. Great option, but stopped a bit short and dropped down. So unable to get that going either. Just 2 yards. We'll make it 2nd and 8.
And now going to be 13 carries for negative 16 yards on the season so far. Not the run game Alexa Earl is known for.
Another play action turns into the run back on the option, but brought down. So 4 this time, 3rd and 4. So maybe a bit nervous to go back to that throwing game after the tough start there for Alexa.
I mean, can you really blame either quarterback right now after the way the ball has been in the air or lack thereof? Absolutely wouldn't be surprised if it stays on the ground.
3rd and 4. Looking for something, will find it, but tough field position, breaks through anyway. Bob McRoberts showing some fight to push through, bring in 6 yards and get the first down.
And the big Bob McRoberts, the big body tight end, moving mountains and moving men out of the way, picking up a Ducks first down.
That's exactly what you want, and the fight too. That's going to be big for the confidence of Alexa Earl as well. This time I'm going to give it off, give the run game a shot. The first real rush we've gotten to see will be for 4 yards.
Last week, Rallo went 22 for 128 and 2 touchdowns. Did not have a bad performance himself. Would not be surprised to see a mixing up of in the air and on the ground.
Another drop back. Less time, but maybe the rush is working out good for Alexa. She sends it off to the right, and Kyla Noden picks it in for 5.
Yeah, who's broadcasting with Dom? Well, hey, yeah, why don't you go ahead and say hi to chat real quick for us?
Sure, I'll give a mini introduction. My name's Anthony. You can use Malum if you want. Instead, I've been casting esports for a long time. My first time casting any form of traditional sports, and so Dom's going to be making sure I keep us on the right track. But I'm super excited and pumped up, and what a good game to start, by the way. As soon as I saw that I got to do Texas and Oregon with you, I got so excited instantly. Like, come on, how can you beat that, you know?
Well, how can you beat the allegations of not being able to throw the ball as another errant pass by Alexa Earl just sails to the green?
I should have just kept talking through for her.
Yeah, really, absolutely. I'm just like, we're gonna address for that. And yes, Jordan, wise man. Just wait for CFSL After Dark. Game 2 is always when the fun comes out. And now we get to watch this Texas Longhorns offense come back out.
First play of the drive. A lot of time. Able to send it up the middle, and for a pretty decent gain at that. Charlie Joe, 22-yard reception. Texas seemingly so far has the opposite flow on the field compared to Oregon.
No, absolutely, and you got to be real with you. That's a nice bounce back pass to Charlie Joe after the first play interception by Spunky Tolbert. Got to find a way to just keep it settled, make your confidence throws, just take what the defense gives you, try to find a way to extend this drive.
See how it goes here on the second play of the drive. So far, good on one first. Going to be an option, but instantly shut down. Going to be -3. Great read in the defense there as Theo Marcos will get the pretty tough tackle at that. What a great read and great breakthrough. You can see the kneecap shatter on that one.
No, Theo Marcos does not play around. 8 tackles last week, 9th now on the season. Theo Marcos absolutely is a disruptor.
See how it goes this time. And caught instantly. Sack set down and dropped. Barely able to be recovered by Texas. You know, the offense is off to a slow start for Oregon, but the defense is slamming. Look at the rush through there from Lucier.
And Lucier absolutely just walking through there saying, come here, boy, and just getting that ball on the turf. Might see if that's going to get looked at. No, they're going to call that a clean fumble. 3rd and long for the Longhorns.
Tough there on that one for sure. We'll see if they can clean it up. Long pass. Does have some time, but has to air it out real deep. And was that grab? No. Gets broken up. Texas looked for a bit of an early miracle play, but just could not break it through.
Had the open receiver, ball landed in hands, but Theo Marcos fighting through the catch and making that ball hit the turf as Oregon is going to get the ball back. Both offenses right now are completely stuttering as we just had a man thrown out the club on that return. Wow.
Oregon's defense is off to a strong start. As you can see, 1 sack, 1 interception, 1 per drive. So they're making their impact felt there, but the offense just unable to get going up to this point. We'll see if Alexa Earl's able to turn it around on this one. See if they go back to the run game. No, it's a pass. Looks for the screen, but again, just shut down so quickly. No game.
Oregon offense with the wide receiver screen. Interesting. What are the odds?
What are the odds, indeed? Alexa's got to find something here, and you can kind of see that Oregon's searching for it. See if there's some time here. Great block. Will give some time and gives maybe not the first down. No, it does. Daxton Bliss Jr. able to grab the 10-yard gain.
Definitely going to call that a generous at-home spotting. Meanwhile, over on Twitch, 12-yard touchdown run by Coulter Thomas as Penn State goes up 7-0 on Notre Dame, 4-10 in the first.
Exciting games across. An exciting pass up the middle. Alexa starting to find it, getting that hot hand a little bit. Ryan with a great reception for 17 yards. So we talked about the effective run game that Ryan brings, but add on to that some good hands too. Maybe Oregon's starting to find some strength.
Yeah, hold the phone, Anthony. Do we detect a pulse of life by an offense?
A little bit. I hear some.
Dare say I see consecutive first downs. Let's see if this can continue.
5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Still nothing. Alexa trying to change that. Has a deep open man, finds it and brings it down for 6. Dylan Powell. That's the reception Oregon needed. That's the pass Alexa Earl wanted, and Oregon goes up.
Absolutely takes advantage of busted coverage, and Dylan Powell just fights the man off the press on the line, and just no secondary help whatsoever. Nobody over the top, and it's a walk-in for Powell. Good throw by Alexa Earl, putting it on the money as the Ducks take the early lead, 7-0 on the Longhorns.
We've seen so far, though, that the Longhorns do have some pressure on offense, but it's all been answered by Oregon. So if we're getting that early score here in the first quarter, your defense has already shown they're clicking in all cylinders. Texas got to find some way to get something going here. What's your key, depending on how, of course, this kickoff goes? It looks like they will take it out. Maybe it's a decent gain, brought down early. So what's the key here after the 30-yard return from Cody Scott?
Well, right now, both teams are going to be locked into a chess match on this drive. The offense has shown that they are capable of moving the ball and getting it converted, but this defense can also pin their ears back, send pressure, and get after you. It's just going to come down to who wants it more.
Texas will try to show they do. The drop. Oregon, again, keeping the pressure on. This time, though, Texas able to find their open man. Blake Brock will bring it in for 19 yards there. You know, with a lot of rush there from Oregon, that was a pretty good readout from Texas.
No, Spunky Tober does a really good job sitting back, watching zone coverage, spying on it, keeping eyes on the receivers. And as soon as a receiver breaks into the soft spot of that zone coverage, that ball is right where it needs to be, and just a veteran throw.
1st and 10 now, getting closer across midfield. Texas, a lot of time here, airs it out too deep, brought in, and what a response by Texas. Aaron Perez goes 53 yards to tie this game up.
And Chunky Spunky says, you can toss the ball, so can I. What a throw and a answer back to Aaron Perez. And meanwhile, pump the brakes over on Twitch. 46-yard touchdown pass to Jakeem Briscoe for Notre Dame to tie it up at 7. 2:30 in the first. We've got scoring going on both sides here. Texas has tied up the game. Ducks get the ball, and now we're going to find out if Alexa Earl can repeat that last drive, or was it a flash-in-the-pan weakness by the defense?
Oregon ready to receive the kickoff. We'll be bringing it out to you. We'll see if they can make a decent gain. Kickoffs have been pretty quiet so far, and it will be about the same returns we've been seeing, 29 yards there. That's a lot of 7s, Dominic. You big on slots? I mean, that's got to be a sign, right?
I'm legally not allowed to enter 4 of the nearby casinos around me for reasons.
Okay, in that case, I'm
into.
kidding. Hee hee ha ha. But only in that case. Alexa once again steps back. Open man. Decent gain and able to fight some more. Theo showing some fight off the grab there and turns it into 11.
Alexa Earl closes her eyes, pulls it down, hoping to hit tokens, and hits the first down on that throw.
Texas trying to find some pressure now. They've been unable to get much. The run will give them an opportunity to slow it down. Just 2 yards gained there by Ryan Orosky. So maybe some more wanted from Oregon.
Yeah, really quiet performance so far by Rallo, but Rallo is going to get the ball in touches later on when the defense is worn down. Look to see that ball going back.
An instant stop there. Eric McDonald goes -3 as Griffin Moreland with a fantastic read gets in there instantly.
Just nothing doing whatsoever. Griffin got back there and sniffed out the TFL, forcing this Ducks now to a 3rd and long.
So far, 3rd down hasn't been the greatest feeling for Oregon, but Alexa has been getting hotter as this game's been going on. Handles the pressure well, sends it over. It's grabbed. Can you find the first? No. Matthew Goley going to come up just short, 4th and 1.
How you complete that pass is any man's guess at that point. What a way to get the ball where it needs to be in congested traffic. I don't necessarily like the punt for it, 50-yard line, you're in no man's land, risky for the biscuit. Scared money don't make money, so sometimes you got to roll that dice, especially being at home. Meanwhile, Cody Scott's going to get 13 yards on that punt return, setting up the Longhorns with pretty decent starting range.
I like that me, you, and chat all wanted them to go for it there. We got some good synchronicity going. We'll see if Texas can find that same kind of sync on this drive. The handoff, tough gain. Oregon just slams it down. Jet Sims, not much of a jet on that first attempt, just 1 single yard.
Pulling guard tried to get out there and seal it off, and just absolutely got bulldozered. Nothing doing on that run game, but do not look to shy away from it.
a bit of a tough pocket there, but finds it somehow. Charlie Joe. I don't even know how Charlie made that one happen. I don't know how Spunky got that ball off. Everything on that play was a mystery, but it works out for Texas with a decent game.
No mystery there. Billy Davis absolutely just got cooked and was not paying attention at all. Did not think the ball was going his way. Surprise, it did. First down, Longhorns.
It's one of the furthest spots we've seen Texas go past that duck so far. Up the middle, gonna be dropped though. So 4 for 7 now for Spunky Tolbert. Decent yardage, but that interception is still a bit of a glooming spot on an otherwise pretty clean line.
Love the slant call. Jacobia Watson was just sitting on it, had nothing going whatsoever. Locked down.
Handoff up the middle. Oregon trying to shut it down, but there's the fight from Jet Sims that you were talking about. Turns that one into 13 and the first.
And that's just gritty lunch pail kind of energy you want to see from a running back. Hits the gaps, not afraid to take on would-be tacklers, and picking up first downs.
Be another pass for Spunky. Open, fighting, pushing, shoving. Barry goes 11.
And the tight end just throwing out stiff arms like they're drumsticks to the defense. You get a piece. You get a piece. Everybody's about to feast. What a drive we are seeing by Spunky Tolbert in this offense.
2:15 left to go in the first. Texas, a looming threat now within the 20. We'll see how they handle it. A Spunky can lead Texas to take the lead in this one. Great blocking on the line, but it turns into another interception, the second of the game for Oregon. That is a mistake you did not want to make, not in the red zone, but Arnold Hicks said, nah, I'll take that.
And a walk-on absolutely just sniffed out the throw by Tolbert and got the pick. 2 turnovers now by the Longhorn offense, and not looking good throwing a Mallard straight to the walk-on. Oh my, what a game so far.
A walk-on, no sleeves, no gloves, no wristbands, just vibes and interceptions. That's the Oregon defense so far. Great pass from Alexa, fighting another first. Matthew, 14 yards on that one. He talked about the hot hand for Alexa, but it's really showing up now.
Oh, no. Once Alexa gets comfortable, she is an absolute automatic machine like she was last week. Took a little bit to start, but once she got on, it was fire.
Bit of a fake there in the play action. A deep pass. An open man. Did Alexa do it again? Yeah, they did. Oregon turned that interception into a touchdown. Alexa started this game cold, goes 9 for 13 after, and Oregon pull up the touchdown. Nasty.
Say his name and he appears, I believe, in Dylan Powell. Absolutely just shocking the defense and taking advantage on the streak route, and nobody was keeping up with him. The speed is unbeat. The grit is too gritty. This is going to be a long game for the Longhorns defense if they cannot get it tightened up.
Over on Twitch, 20-yard touchdown run by Coulter Thomas. Second one. That's to give Penn State the 14-7 lead. Just 1 second left in the first. That is disgusting out of Penn State. I got to be honest. But hey,
is there really a second, or the rest want to have some fun?
Yeah, that's valid. 14-7 in both games too, by the way.
Of course, we're gonna have just beautiful synchronicity.
After the penalty there, 1st and 10, Texas will step in. Spunky's looking to keep this clean, Dominic. It feels like every drive, Oregon's got a chance of just taking the ball at this point. I wonder how that's going to affect the passing game.
Well, to me, you've got as far as I'm concerned, right now, you do not even need to worry about your throwing game. You've got 2 mad running backs right now with something to prove. Turn around and dump that ball off.
And not this time. And be instead of play action, passed up, but once again broken up. Just 5 for 10 now for Spunky Tolbert. The Ducks are just all over the Longhorns today.
It is no duck hunt for this Longhorns offense, I'll tell you what.
See if this one's any better. 3rd and 2. Spunky looks for it, sends it, finds the first.
Has the open receiver on the corner route. Corner route is one of the hardest routes to stop in the CFSL. If you can find a way to predicate an offense only throwing corner routes, you would be one of the most unstoppable units in this league. Unfortunately, no one's been taking up on that offer, but the corner route again proves execution is flawless on that play. First down for the Longhorns.
Gutsy by Spunky Tolbert too. Not afraid to go to the air despite the risk of interceptions. That's been there. Another pass, another gain. Stop just short. The first down there, though. Charlie Joe can't quite find it. But second and inches with 50 seconds left in the
Blake
first.
Brock was down there on the block. Could have absolutely just sprung inside and was gone. Ran into the pile. Not sure about the heads-up decision there.
He grabbed the first. Going to be a fake. Goes with a short pass. Just grabs the first. Charlie Joe wanted it after just coming up short before. Gets it on the next pass attempt. It's going to be first down here with 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Two defenders on Charlie and still throwing that is a diabolical decision, if you ask me.
Spunky looking for some more magic. Has some fight, but just again, Barry Thomas having a tough time breaking through. I say again, Texas seemingly, it's either wide open passes or Oregon's just stuffing completely.
No, we're telling Tolbert there's free Twinkies in the end zone. Let's see if he can find them.
Oh, that's massive. That's massive. All right, we'll see what that changes. Instantly, short pass, big gains. You tell Tolbert there's food in the end zone, and you've got yourself Tom Brady type of play. Like, all right, we'll make our gains here. End of the first quarter, 14-7. Oregon holds on to the lead. Stay tuned. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Sounds of the game bring in Spunky Tolbert on the step back. The pass, first down, should be clean. It is indeed. Jet Sims finds 8.
I think it absolutely was doing works in chat, letting him know there's food. When you got a quarterback who's built like an 850-pound Frigidaire, he's got an eye for the food.
Dude's got to throw 140 miles an hour. Look at that, just like that. Finds a man and some gain. Matt Miller, 19 yards.
But now, Austin does ask a very valid question. Does he get him if he passes to the end zone or if he runs it in? And, I mean, I do like seeing the chunky man getting mobile and putting bodies to work. But, hey, we'll find out if he's going to have it to get it done here, or are we going to be looking at our third potential turnover of this battle?
I think even if it's a pass into the end zone, we're gonna see Tolbert running the end zone like Draymond Green, going across the court and just tackling whoever's got the food. That's what I think. Pass out. Spunky. Oh, not going to be on that one. I thought maybe that would be that touchdown, but not quite. Instead, goes out of bounds.
If that ball is thrown a hair earlier, he's walking into the end zone, food in hand.
Sniffing what's around the corner. Looking for the end zone. Fighting through. Not quite snack time. Short on the one. Charlie Joe brings it up.
Tolbert can almost smell the plate back there, and it's got all the fixings and dressing. Come on, big fella, find the end zone.
I was looking for a quarterback sneak to be cinematic here to get it, and it's going to be an option! Spunky wants the snacks, baby! Num-nums in the end zone. Texas looking to tie it up.
Beastin' and feastin', enjoy your Twinkies, King, as Texas finds a way to reduce the lead to 1 point, calls his number and says, I'm gonna go feast myself. What a response. And PAT is up. And the kick of Mac Banks is good as Texas ties the lead. Over on Twitch, a 26-yard touchdown run by Coulter Thomas, his third of the game, putting Penn State up 21-7 on Notre Dame, 5:50 in the second quarter.
What are Coulter's thoughts on Twinkies? But what's the secret sauce over there?
You know what? We here at Umbrella Untamed LLC will not make comments and jokes referring to Penn State, so I plead the fifth.
Heard, noted, written down. Second quarter is a Bruin. Oregon looking to respond to Texas. It's been a game of response so far. We'll see if that continues. A push through, just broken down. You talked about Rallo just trying to find it this game, and I feel like we've seen that, but so far just averaging 2 yards a game.
No, not the normal look by Rallo. The stampede of Longhorns absolutely bringing him down.
Texas trying to find some of that Oregon defense we saw earlier to capitalize. A hit on Alexa. Shake it off. Another. Are you serious? 11 yards for Alexa Earl. She was having none of that nonsense.
She said, y'all hit like a girl. Wow. What a way to shake it off by the big girl getting it done.
1st and 10. Alexa takes it again and finds another first. The Ducks keep it rolling.
Alexa's feeling some kind of way. She said, Spunky's running? Hold on. I can do this too.
Yeah, so far the spunky answer has been there. And Alexa took it personal. We'll see if it continues out. Gonna be a fake over towards the left, but shut down. 3 yards only for Kylan. Looked like maybe more, but a good response there from Miller brings him down.
And unfortunately, nothing doing for the Odin Force. Could not strike a little bit of lightning there on that play, but you're going to be happy taking 3 yards.
And so far, we've only really seen that one play from Big Bob earlier. We saw a lot of fight through it. Have not gone back since. Alexa looking for the run again, continues to fight off, but you can only handle so many before eventually you go down, and Dustin Floyd had eyes on target for that -4. That was needed there from Texas.
She said, "I'm her," but Dustin Floyd said, "I'm him." How you doing? 3rd and long for the Ducks.
See if it's cleaner this time through. This time full commit on the pass up the middle. Not quite the distance you need on 3rd 10 there. Daxton Bliss Jr. will grab it up, but now 4th and 7. Simple punt away for Oregon.
Yeah. Wise man once said, throw short, you tend to stay short. Absolutely got to find a way to get that pass to the sticks. Otherwise, what are you really doing? As we watch the Ducks try to get a for the brand moment, and does not look like it's going to work.
Yeah, tough one there. Tough one there from Myers. You could see, we all saw the vision. That helps, but not going to come to fruition that time. Texas and Spunky back out. Still has the Twinkies around the limps and still throwing absolute darts. This one to Quan King for 16 yards.
And way to hang on through it, through the contact, and picking up the first down. Spunky's really feeling himself. 14 for 20, 288 yards passing, albeit the 2 picks. Still not a pretty look. This game could really have the makings of being a 4th quarter. Who gets ball last just might walk away and win.
No stalling, all momentum, all speed. Spunky not going to hand it off again. This hangs out, has all the time in the world, throws it up the middle. Oh, unable to hang on. Texas won't get that one. I was ready for that to be hauled in. That's been Texas the whole time.
Hands turned into stone.
Handoff, no. Another play action. Texas. Open man grabs it. Blake Brock can't quite stay in bounds for 15 yards. Positive for the Longhorns.
Good crisp route running. Beautiful execution on that breakout by Blake Brock, picking up that first down. Enjoying the performance so far. And Chad, you will not believe the next Twitch update. I'll have it for you after this play.
That's crazy. Oh, they're going to love this one. Well, they love the play at hand. Spunky going to try a step back off to the side, but Oregon's all over it. They'll bring it down. Just 1 yard for Barry Thomas. So Dominic, go ahead.
Yeah, over on Twitch, you will not believe it. A 4th touchdown run by Coulter Thomas, 20 yards out, 28-7 on Notre Dame, 3:48 in the half.
So we're testing the Twinkies after. Got it.
Now,
Spunky keeps this one. Speaking of, tries to slam through. Can't find it. Does find 6 yards, though. So 3rd and 2 for Texas.
Oh, well, allegedly I'm hearing Twinkies turning into Butterfingers, so we might have some development on that.
The crowd is restless over the snack culture that we culminated. Spunky off to the right, finds a man, and decent gain, 19 for Charlie Joe.
Oh, Chad's used to these conversations. Last season, we had a 15-minute conversation about fruit and what kind of snacks are the most enjoyable.
See, this is my brand. I like this. This is a good fit.
This is home for you. And you know what else is home right now? The level of comfort Spunky is feeling out there on the field. Just dissecting this Duck defense right now. Suddenly playing Duck Hunt.
It really feels like all those interceptions are a thing of the past in Spunky's mind. Whoa, right, that was a little wild there. Spunky tried to make something happen, but doesn't quite have the finesse of a Mahomes there with that size.
It was very Dylan Raiola-ish, if I may say so myself.
Once again, Texas looking forward, swatted away.
Ooh,
almost
big fella, you
too.
got to put pause on that and hold it. That's 6 to the crib. Ooh, big fella spiked it back on Spunky's forehead and said, "Uno reverse this." Woo!
3rd and 10. Spunky with the drop back, the throw up middle, but Cameron Hunt will only find 5. That makes it 4th and 5. Let's see our first field goal attempt of the game.
I would not be surprised if we see Max Banks coming out here. And as we do on cue, the potential for the 35-yard kick is up.
It's off.
Got leg.
And it's
got the accuracy. And
I was ready.
by Max Banks is in. Texas retakes the lead.
I was ready for Oregon to pull off the impossible there. I don't know why. I've got that kind of vibe from them tonight.
If we get a blocked kick at any point tonight, I will take off my shirt and run around this broadcast booth.
Promise you turn the camera on first. That's my only request. There have been 0 blocks in history. See, I'm here to make history. That's why I bring it up.
Imagine.
I'd have to have some kind of lucky charm attached to my name. The rush out from Oregon. Probably will find 8 this time. One of the better runs we've seen.
I don't know about having a lucky charm attached, but maybe you try attaching some Twinkies to a charm. Might have some effect.
The Twinkie charm. No, see, that puts me in too much danger. I turn the corner and Spunky's there, tackles me out. I'm too little. I couldn't take that. Up the middle pass. It's good. Daxton will bring in 18 yards for the Ducks.
And when in doubt, Daxton it out. 3rd reception for 31 yards on the game. When you're averaging a first down per catch, you are feeling pretty good as a receiver. You love to see those numbers.
3:48 left to go here in the second. Texas holding on to a 17-14 lead. But Oregon off the first, looking to continue that pressure. Alexa so far has made big-time plays when it's needed and has some fight in there. We'll see if it continues on this play. Let's go for the run. Sends one down already and slides. No tackle this time. 2nd and 3.
Puts a defender on their backside and takes the business decision to get down, seeing 3 stampeding Longhorns coming at your head. That's a smart decision, and we like that expert decision.
It's been really clean so far on all those run attempts, but the passes have also been getting better and better as this game's gone on. Theo grabbed that one in. Great gain for the Ducks. Another first down as well. Really moving up the field this one.
Theo Marcos, getting bored playing defense, mopping up them and getting everything stopped, is now running over to the offense saying, hey, Alexa, toss me passes. That's 2 catches now on the game for Theo Marcos.
3:05 left. The drop back, one flattened off to the side, gives plenty of space to see 2nd and inches.
And the Tony 10 has shown up finally in this game. Quads to the top of the screen, sit down 10-yard route was just money. Earl finds it.
Texas fans screaming for some defense. Oregon trying to get the lead back. Clean pass up the middle. Daxton once again. The hands for Daxton Bliss Jr. have been impressive so far. 4 receptions for 42 yards. Pretty nasty.
No twisted bliss here, just Daxton Bliss Jr. doing his thing.
Alexa, eyes on the end zone. Looks for the pass, but it's taken away. Texas
Cookies.
with the grab. That's massive for Texas. They've been needing that one. They've been fighting for that one, and Damian Hines will be the one to do it.
4 letters, 1 word, pick. What a momentum shifting play there by the Longhorns defense. Finally getting a turnover on the Ducks offense. Wow, jumped it, tried to take it back as we look to see the life extend for the Longhorns.
In a game like this, when it's been so back and forth, that 3-point lead, when you can't capitalize, could mean a lot the later we get. That Sims with a rush just for 3.
You know what? When you're low-key averaging 6.3 a touch, you're really not hating that out of your back. You just want to see that more quantified.
Texas, 2nd attempt. Need to gain 7. Tosses it up. 3 left to go for that first down. Texas want to avoid a 4 and out.
Longhorns right now are just taking their time. They're not feeling the pressure. We are now under 2 minutes in before halftime. They are going to just keep it methodical and do what they do.
See if that does indeed happen. A tough pass, though, from Spunky. 4th and 3rd. Oregon Ducks just continue to slam on defense and give no open doors for Texas to take advantage of.
No Twinkies, no treats, just punts. God, I hate to see it as you're going to give the Ducks time, 3 timeouts in their pocket, and the possibility to answer back before halftime.
Kyle Oden brought down 13-yard return, but with 1:36 left to go, pretty decent field position for Oregon. But we've seen that a few times, Dom. What's the difference maker this time for Oregon?
Alexa Earl, play 1, throws a bomb.
All right, play 1. It's a throw. Is it a bomb off to the side? It's a first down, so a little bit of a firecracker over a bomb, but Oregon will take it all the same.
it's more of a missile to the boundaries. You like to see it. You're getting aggressive. You're getting the first down. You're testing, letting you know, hey, we're coming to score. Get ready to stop us. And the booth is confused. They're not liking the call. They're going to take a look at it. And that's in. That I don't see any shoe touching the boundary, albeit ugly mustard yellow, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is. Play will stand. So you're right on it. Dom rocking the white and black stripes tonight, apparently. Good call for me.
I'm a man of many hats.
Oregon. First and 10, 131. Alexa still looking for that bomb we talked about. We'll take one up the middle. Nice gain of 6.
We want to talk about bombs. Brandon Chen absolutely just sent a nuke to the chin on that one. Wow.
Still looking for that big-time play. Oregon 1 off to the side. Room to work, 2. Up towards the 20. Won't get stopped. But Theo grabs 25 for Oregon. And with not a lot on the clock, being in the red zone here is pretty massive.
And just absolutely feeling comfortable. Not sure about calling the timeouts here. Not a big fan of that proponent.
Alexa taking her time, gets sacked, will drop it, does get grabbed, and then gets flattened. Rallo just got sent to a different dimension. Oregon, they rush back to the line. Now 2nd and 23. Alexa trying to hurry things up. 1 minute left here in the first half. Up to Rallo again, and still feeling the hurt from the previous. Will only gain 3.
Oh no, I'm getting my joke off. Ouchtown population, you bro. What a hit on that last play.
Alexa looking for magic, but the magic lies with the Longhorns on another interception. He'll go down, but that one, Oregon could simply not afford. Devin Jackson, first interception of the day, and it's a big one.
You know, I did call a bomb, except for they play for the other team, not the turnover you want to see. And now 41 seconds, a pocket full of timeouts for the Longhorns. We see a bomb right back.
Spunky knows halftime is around the corner. The snacks in the locker room are waiting. Can you get there with some more of a lead? Currently leading 17-14. Bit of a short pass there, gets interrupted and turned back for -2. So 2nd and 12, 33 left to go.
Well, 60% of the time, the screen works every time. And unfortunately, we are living in the 40% on that play. You throw bad plays like that, you absolutely get no snacks. And absolutely, that is total Steiner math.
I love Steiner math in the booth. We are going to get along so well. Texas, 20 seconds, killing a lot of clock here. Seemingly no rush, just enjoying their lead. Smuggy's a little winded. It might seem.
It looks like they're just gonna take it out. They're not gonna snap the ball. It's gonna go to half.
Yeah, like Jordan said, oxygen tank at the ready. We'll play it. We'll see what they do. All right, a diving catch from Blake. A highlight before the first half comes to an end. Sure.
Stat padding.
That was big time stat padding. Halftime here on CFSL, 17-14. Texas Longhorns hold on to a strong lead. Dom, that first half, I feel like it's the back and forth, but it's so far it's been the game of the tit for tat. Really, there's been an answer for everything. You fumble, we fumble. You get an interception, we're gonna get an interception. You're throwing deep, we're throwing deep.
Well, I mean, at this point, the game started off worrying about the X's and the O's, and now at this point, it's all worried about the Twinkies and the Joes. Both offenses really have shown flashes of success. Both have been stripped in myriad moments of misery. Got to find a way to get that ship sailed right, and defenses need to continue doing what they're doing. Almost deadlocked, 21 yards more for Texas and passing. Almost at a gridlock in rushing. Oregon with slight advantage on that. Almost deadlocked at time of possession by 4 seconds and completely even on turnovers. On paper, this is a mirror match of just debauchery and chicanery, and I am ready for a second half of fun football.
I have a theory. I've been sitting on it for like a whole 2 seconds.
Let me hear your theory. What you got?
A lot of yellow on this field. We've been talking Twinkies. Does that give a passive buff to Tolbert?
It depends. Did he get his blue mana potion at halftime? No mana, no buff.
No mana, no buff. Terrence Sanders, 32 yards. Decent for coming out of halftime for sure. Texas, I feel like they've got to capitalize on the momentum, Don. But so far, Oregon's defense, especially early in these quarters, has just been so shut down. Will be the same. A lot of fight from Charlie Joe, so 8 yards. Not quite the same.
Nuck if you buck, it has got to be the walk-up song for Charlie Joe, because anytime that she gets that ball, she is ready to scrap and fight for extra yards. It is on sight and it is physical for Charlie Joe.
Yeah, she has been on it this game. I feel like I've said Charlie Joe's name nearly every possession so far. So we'll see if that can continue. Everyone's got to find their magic throughout this one. Only 3 points does not seem like a whole heck of a lot in this game. Spunky going to take it themselves. He's got
That's a whole lot of man. Ooh.
And we're back.
Ooh, Billy Davis, you don't have to hit him like that. Woo, what a cannon.
Yeah.
Tough.
That was like a Roman Reigns kind of spear.
Oh, no, that had Braun Breaker stat.
I was going to say, we've been talking Steiner math, right?
Oh, wow, man. Spunky got turned into Carlito for a second. That was a tough break. Wow.
Yeah, dude's going to be all over Twitter.
And a gain of 6 yards, setting up 2nd and 4th.
We'll see what Texas can do with it. Spunky going to hand it off this time. A rare move from Texas. Jet Sims lands in the splits, but gets up a okay 13 yards gained.
And Theo Marcos turned the jet plane into a helicopter, putting him in the spin cycle on that. Woo!
Jordan calling a bomb from the chat. We'll see if they hear it. We'll see if it happens. We've seen some missiles after calls for bombs so far, but it's definitely possible. Off to the side. Very short gain. Quan King will only gather 3 there for Texas.
The M80 of bombs, the throw to the flat. You don't hate it. It's effective, but you want to just see a little bit more explosiveness.
You know, I'm really impressed by the jersey work from Texas for Tolbert.
You don't know
it's got that quarterback
took.
flair to it, but it fits. Option. Off to the right. Fighting through. We stumble, but we push. Big boy mode. Spunky Tolbert, 19.
And the Frigidaire's got wheels, folks. Flash Friday sale. Buy one stiff arm, get one free. Spunky is just handing them out right now like
Get that
it's a
oxygen
Costco
tank.
snack. Oh, yeah, get the oxygen tank and bring it. He smells the snacks. That's
Yeah.
a big boy run.
He's going to be running with the mask on if it happens again on this drive. Texas now in dangerous position for Oregon to handle. Going to be a handoff off to the right. We heading for the zone. We're getting pushed through. Pretty decent fight. Not quite enough there from Cody Scott to get the touchdown, but 9 yards gained, 2nd and 1, and the danger continues.
And credit to Billy Davis, 7th tackle of the game as the Longhorns smell Twinkies.
Get ready to chant some Twinkies. The setback, the toss over to the cameraman. He's not getting it on the Twinkies.
There's a cute goth girl over there. I get what he's doing.
I would have done the same. I would have been running over there. Texas once again looking to make a touchdown happen. Now 3rd and 1. The opportunities in this game seem like they're going to matter. They're going to add up. Spunky slams him through. Move out of the way. Spunky Tolbert, 2nd rushing touchdown.
And Billy Davis just got payback for the shot in the middle of the field. What a hit. Twinkie touchdown Texas as Texas extends the lead 24-14, which is funny because meanwhile over on Twitch, a 4-yard touchdown run by Richard Williams II. Penn State's pulling away 38-10, 4:51 in the 3rd.
For a second, I almost thought you said the wrong name with how these updates have been coming in from the other game.
No, I had to stop. I was like, that's not the right Penn State back. Looks like someone got sniped.
Yeah, are we sure? Are we positive?
Like, oh, no, 5 time. Coulter's the quarterback for Penn State. That's what's going on over there.
So we're fighting for stats tonight. Drop back toss, left-hand side. A bit of a stumble there from Matthew Gully. All that matters is he got the catch and gains 5.
No need for Gully to try to submit an application to 10 toes down challenge. Man was inbounds. Little styling and profiling.
Bullet up the middle there from Alexa. Hauled in Another first down. Oregon's been moving the ball up well. Daxton Bliss Jr. has had great hands this game, but they keep coming up short before they can actually gain some points, Dom.
Oh, that's just twisted bliss right there, if you ask me.
All in on the wrestling tonight. I like that. Another first down. This time for Theo Marcos. Called 11.
Who else absolutely making the statement to being the ultimate universal security blanket? Theo Marcos just finding the open spot on the defense over the middle and picking up the first down.
You know, I know Chad's been talking about a bomb. You mentioned a bomb earlier. I'm starting to feel it in the air too. Someone's just going to gun it downfield here in one of these plays. Alexa, drop back, takes it for herself, fighting, but can't fight off to 4 yards.
Absolutely tries to get anything going there. She's not having a bad performance. 8 rushes, 26 yards, and she is throwing bodies like it's going out of style.
Biggest thing has been the interception, which was the first 2 that we've seen from Alexa so far this season after a strong start previous. Keeps it for herself this time, gets spotted. Not as hard of a hit as it could have been given the read from Texas, but still not a first. 3rd and 4 for Oregon.
You know, the way that Alexa is putting her body on the line and just taking bump after bump, look to see her on next season's LFG on the WWE Network.
This time, choosing to air it out. A lot of time, off to the right. Has to fight for first, dragged down, 4th and inches. Theo can't find it.
And no call on the horse collar as the sling blade takes effect. And they're settling for the field goal.
I'm surprised. I was hoping they would go for it. Seems like Chad was thinking the same. And does have enough for it. It'll be good. So Oregon do find some points on this drive. Just settling when it seems like they had the fight wanting all 7.
You know, it's controversial take, but you're guaranteed, you know, almost points going for the kick there. You bring it down to 1 possession game. You just got to get the defense to step up. And that's going to be the dreaded clipping call, unfortunately.
There it is on cue. The dreaded, as you mentioned. I think I saw a couple of those yesterday, and each time you can kind of just feel the air get sucked out of the room in that instance.
That had to be a Twitch issue because I don't think we had a single one over on YouTube last night. But meanwhile, that's now our second.
I watched too many games last night studying. That's my problem. They all blur together for me now. Off to the right. No gain, 2 yards.
Charlie Joe trying to get Scrappy, but Scrappy had nothing to do on that. Only getting 2 yards, lucky on a wiry throw by Chunky Spunky.
Calls for a Twinkie bomb. Spunky with time, airs it deep. It's grabbed. Do you have the speed to break away? Not quite for Charlie Joe, but she continues to be strong this game. 37 on that reception.
The Twinkie bomb is in effect. I wanted to get a good Tejana bomb reference in there, but the Twinkie bomb just kind of flows a little bit better. Just a absolute haul of a throw to Charlie Joe as the Longhorns pick up a momentous first down.
Spunky so far has capitalized on momentum on every given opportunity. Texas looking to continue. Fair bit of time to work. Doesn't need the time. Right off to Cody Scott for 7 yards.
Cody Scott putting paws on him, absolutely fighting off would-be tacklers, taking 3 men to bring him down. Love to see that grit and effort.
Texas, we'll see if they continue with the air game so far. If it's been the play style we've seen, the strategy has been all airing it out for the most part. A lot of time on this one. Spunky looks up the middle, finds a target, and Aaron Perez.
Really quiet performance, only the 2nd reception for Aaron Perez, but going off for 68 yards on 2 touches. You're going to be happy having that kind of repeated success. Texas is really just having their way, taking advantage of the Duck defense, and is daring them to stop them right now.
Oregon has shown so far they can do it, but they've got to come up with something. Maybe look for another pick, but not there this time. That's going to go to Quan King. Number 2 out there, and pretty decent gain at that. 2nd and 3. So Texas keeping it rolling, looking for that first within the 20.
Theo Marcos back on defense. 5th tackle of the game.
Calls for a Twinkie run. Said Twinkie play action. And a drop up the middle. So 20 to 40 now for Spunky. No fear in going to the air. And you got to find more.
Too much cream on the fingertips as the ball just gets displaced.
Ooh, didn't like that one. Spunky with the drop back. Off to the right, nowhere near enough. Matter of fact, call it -3 for a 4th and 7, and Texas might have to just settle with another field goal.
Air traffic control is going to have to ground that jet plane. That was not the proper movement on the runway. Hate to see it coming.
Fair distance, lined up straight. Easy kick for Texas. 27-17 with 2:57 left in the third quarter. On the kickoff, Oregon waits.
Max Banks makes it look easy again. Meanwhile, through to almost 2 full weeks on YouTube, we have not had a missed field goal attempt in the season. Keeping stats on that at the end of each week, looking to see just how far of a run we make it.
Oregon back up to the line. Alexa looking for something a little bit different this time, looking to get things rolling early, build off that momentum, ride the hot hand. And it'll be 7 for Rowlow. So that's what you're looking for. That's how you start it off.
That anything just to, just build up a bit, build up your base, get a little bit of confidence underneath you, and just go.
Second attempt, 2nd and 3. Gonna be a first. Room to work. You've got the speed out too, but brought down Matthew Gully. It got dangerous there for a minute. Texas had the speed to catch up though, bring it down around midfield.
Now credit to Valente Martinez saving the would-be touchdown. Just a open route there by Gully, and Gully almost took it to Gullah Gullah Island with the breeze.
That was required there, realistically, from Texas. That could have been, obviously wouldn't have been a lead, but this game has been all momentum swings. We talked about that so far, and that would have been a massive one for Oregon. Good run the middle. Rowlow finds 6.
Yeah, really thought that Rowlow would have been more of a factor tonight. Only the 6th rush, as we're almost to the 4th quarter, and Damian Hines 6th tackle of the game.
Drop it back. Alexa scans the field up the middle yet again. Another one for Rowlow. Another 9.
Now, Anthony, I'll tell you what, I'm starting to feel like I might be a little bit too old for this unit, because not a single person in chat understood that Gullah Gullah Islands reference, and I'm kind of
I got it. Don't worry. I'm right there with you, getting the grays. Of the middle, Alexa keeping it young. Decent pass to Dylan Powell. Quiet since the first quarter, where Dylan was the talk of the town, but looking to get back involved.
Hey, 3 passes, just a hair under the century mark. What a utility. Brandon Chen, 9th tackle in on the game.
Alexa scanning, has a lot to work with, but it's bounced around and not going to be good. That is a tough break for Daxton Bliss Jr. Couldn't quite bring it in.
Yeah, not quite sure what Daxton was doing there. It looked like he almost 2-hand spiked the ball down out of the air.
And Daxton's had the hand so far. This time, once again, we'll go to Powell, but just nothing to be gained. So 4th and 3, and Oregon will be kept to 3.
And we're just going to be content keeping it with the leg. And Lathan Auger puts it through.
So 1 touchdown lead for Texas and the Longhorns. Starting to get comfy. No signs of life when you get to the red zone so far for Oregon in recent times. We'll see if the kickoff for Texas can help them establish more of a lead as we get closer to the 4th quarter. Decent run at that. We'll get him about 30. Cody Scott continuing to be strong returns. They've been pretty consistent so far for Texas.
Yeah, about on average, you expect to see a kickoff return about 26 yards on average normally in the CFSL. So anything above that, you're going to be quite happy taking that. 30-yard return, you're going to smile every time knowing that you're going out in pretty solid position. As we're watching these highlights of just this back and forth chess game.
It's been really, so far, I mentioned it during halftime, but it's been answer for answer. And I think this one here with Dylan Powell, it's been so weird to see Dylan get so quiet. We saw a little bit there before after Daxton had that tough drop in the end zone of going back to Dylan. We'll see in the next one when Oregon gets it back where they choose to go. For now, Texas handling the offense. Spunky back and over. Not quite going to be a first, but another good reception for Charlie Joe. She's been having a pretty great game so far.
And Spunky's just having a good job fitting that ball into tight windows, getting that ball out there in traffic, and picking up 8 yards on that throw.
Another attempt, 2nd and 2. Going to settle for the run. Flattened on the way through. Jets, get out of my way.
You know what? Bad day for Billy Davis. Absolutely getting tossed to the turf again, but not afraid of stepping up to the big moment as the Longhorns convert the first down.
All right, Spunky off to the side. Short gain of 3 for Barry Thomas. So not exactly what you want from Spunky in these first couple, but you mentioned the just over average consistency on the return. So far, Texas has been 1 of 2. It's been those deep passes or these short gains, and both seem to be working. 15 left to go here in the third. Spunky takes it, airs it deep. Fantastic catch, reining it in too. Quan King with a gross one.
And just a full-on layout Superman expansion, just finding nothing but air and opportunity, diving for that massive first down for the Longhorns, as they should be looking to take the clock down into the fourth quarter. If not, we may see one more quick snap.
See what the play is for Spunky. Will be one more quick snap. This will take us into the fourth quarter. Up the middle, caught. Ducks on it pretty quickly. Gain of 8 for Jet Sims. So the action continues. The game keeps being close. It is now 27-20. The Texas Longhorns hold on to the lead. Of course, don't miss the exciting conclusion of this one. You're still watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports here on YouTube.
Chat, do I have another update for you?
Spunky looking to update the score. Deep into the end zone, and it's going to be hauled in. Matt Miller, second catch of the day, but this one's a big one. Makes it 33-20 Longhorns.
And chat, you won't believe it. A 3-yard touchdown run by five-time Coulter Thomas, as Penn State is up 48-13 on Notre Dame. 7:22 left in the game.
Coulter Thomas is on that is running that tush push so far.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They are taking advantage of it right now and loving it.
Yeah, toss in 2 rushing touchdowns for the Eagles. Get yourself a decent parlay going. That's how you tend to run it. You get a quarterback making consistent running touchdowns like that. Tough return there for Cam Welk, only 16.
You know, and I really hate to see it for Notre Dame. I've called them for the last 15 weeks straight over here on YouTube. So to see them depart me on a night like that, and this is the service they're getting, ooh, tough.
Alexa holds on to it, gets caught, and gets brought down. Tyrell Lawson, 5 tackles, but that's the first one for a loss. And that one feels pretty big given the circumstances.
Well, just put pause on her and had nothing for her. What a start. You cannot afford to see your offense come out like this.
Alexa's got to get going now. You can sense the urgency from Oregon. Off to the side, Bob McRoberts. We haven't seen that name since the second reception. Another decent game, but still only makes it 3rd and 8 now for Oregon.
Big Bob McRoberts normally is a pretty controversial player out there, getting quiet as a dormouse tonight.
Up the middle, gets hauled in. Oregon, one of the better gains we've seen, and we've been talking about Bob and coming alive here late.
And Big Bob Draymond Green absolutely starting to get warmed up here in the fourth quarter. Might have to take a charge or 2 to get this offensive spark going.
All that to end with 8 points on the stat line. Feel like that.
Sounds like 3 for 13 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, love shooting March 13th out here. Alexa, drop back off to the right. Guess what? It continues. Matthew Goley. Another short game, but this one a little bit more. 9 yards on this one. It's a little short of that first down, but 2nd and 1, right over the Ducks' eye. It's exactly where you want to be if you're Oregon.
Yeah, toss that ball right into the gully, and it will come up converted.
Alexa reads, has options this time, chooses the deep one. It's Dylan Powell again, continuing to be that strength deep, this time for 37 for Oregon. They've been in the red zone a couple of times now, Dom, but this time it feels like they have got to come up with something.
Well, first off, you got to give credit and heads-up IQ by Matt Miller, realizing he was toasted and snatching the shoelaces away from the Francis of the offense, taking advantage and getting that defense to settle down and forcing this offense to have to score.
Alexa takes the handoff. Still scanning. Still looking. goes end zone, and Daxton Bliss Jr. continues to have the hands for the moment. Hauls that one in for the touchdown. Oregon find 26 and start their fourth quarter off right.
4 letters, 1 word, dart. What a frozen rope to the corner of the end zone as Oregon shrinks the lead down, only getting it back to 1 possession, but Oregon could start getting the crowd on their side. Autzen Stadium could really start going off right now, and we could have a new change of scenery. Defense has got to find a way to step up and stop this elite offense.
Now remember, we saw that early in the game tonight from Oregon. So their defense can do it. It's been a bit, but a nice flatten there. That's kind of how you started off on the right pitch.
And of course, shock, Theo Marcos credited on that flattening hit.
Wild. Theo's been everywhere today in every circumstance, it feels like.
Oh, looks like we have started Twinkie Tolbert. That is now something that's gonna stick. Whoops.
I like to make an impact.
Yeah, you stop feeling bad about it pretty quickly.
Yeah, thankfully past that enough now. Texas, 7:18 left to go in the fourth. We'll start to run it out, looking to control the clock. Not the most comfortable lead in the world, but that's how this started off. Jet Sims with 1 yard.
And over on Twitch, a 15-yard touchdown pass to DJ Mayo as Penn State is now up 55-13. 4:41 left in the game.
Oof. Penn State looking strong today. Texas trying to join them and feeling as comfortable. Spunky holds on, and the big man moves up 17.
And you love to see it as the Frigidaire just gets momentum. It says, no one's there. I'll go do it myself. Big conversion as they are looking to maybe start in the back of their mind, thinking about taking some clock down with them as they find a new way to extend the chains.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's crazy to see the entire bench spread like cockroaches when Spunky is just stumbling on through. Step back, the pass. Aaron Perez, 6 yards.
That's called a business decision, and you live to see another day. You clear and you get out of the way.
Texas looking to add on. Spunky keeps it. Bit of a stutter step, but still able to gain 9 on that one. Spunky's been really good from the ground so far this game.
Now, Spunky certainly got some spunk in his step tonight as he is just hot stepping and making defenders miss as he finds a way to pick up the first.
You have to imagine that Texas is still kind of battling back and forth. They've killed a couple minutes now, but just 6:15 left as it gets snapped out off to the right. Decent run again. So Jet Sims continuing to average around that 6 mark that we saw and expected into this game, but it took a while to get there.
Hey, consistency is key, and right now you really like having that consistent almost 7 yards.
Here we go indeed, Spunky. Looking for it, a lot of pressure on, able to get the pass across, and it's a dart at that. Going to be a great gain of 24 for Cody Scott.
One thing that I'm really enjoying watching Texas perform tonight is they are not afraid to use the underneaths, use the flats, use their escape routes, and it's just working to perfection. Keeping Oregon on bay, not having any one way mapped out, and just really good IQ by Spunky Tolbert, really having his performance tonight.
Texas looking to pile on and make this one feel out of reach. Oregon definitely feeling the woes and knowing that they got to come up with something. They rush on. They're able to stop it from a touchdown. So Cameron Hunt, while getting flattened, still gains 11. That makes it 1st and goal for Texas with 5:30 left to go.
The way they all flattened out, it looked like one of those 1990s strike animations at the bowling alley.
That did. That's a great calm from you. Spunky keeps it. Are we doing it again? Yes, sir. Spunky Tolbert runs it in 40-27. Texas, the big man, will not be stopped.
I think you mean to say Twinkie touchdown, Spunky Tolbert. Wow, just calling his number again and absolutely finding another way to punch it in. Texas is just about essentially going to put what's in their head, the nail in the coffin, and they're going to dare Oregon to do something about it as they extend the lead 41-27, 5:23 left in the fourth quarter.
I like that Spunky's beard was 90% of his face. Oregon on the return, 22 for Cam. So back-to-back troubles on the kickoff returns kind of get these off to tougher footing for Oregon. Now with 5:20 left to go, Dom, there's a sense of urgency in the stadium.
Oh, there has to be. This is now shut up or put up. You cannot come out here as Alexa Earl and start throwing the dinks and dunks. You've got to stretch the field with urgency.
She certainly knows that. Looks to her left. Finds Theo, who gets slammed down. Able to get up quickly, but still 9 yards gained there for Oregon. 2nd and 1.
You know, Theos is normally the one out here headhunting. It's a little weird watching him get headhunted right back. Takes a shot by Hines on that catch. Not the movement you really need to see getting the ball out only 5-6 yards. Got to really get down the field.
And it's hard not to feel like Daxton or Dylan have to come up massive. We've seen, of course, Bob and Matthew be massive so far this game. This time off to the left, going to be Matthew, breaks some tackles, finds some room, and makes it 18 yards.
Oh boy, chat, we have another Twitch update coming for you here in a moment. That game still has fight left in it. You know what else has fight in it? This Ducks offense. They are finding a way to get it done, have got to maintain consistency.
Alexa looking to be consistently consistent. The handoff instead. Bit of a rare one, trying to catch the defense asleep. Ryan will gain a few. Still 2nd and 6.
And over on Twitch, we have a 14-yard touchdown pass to Dior King as Notre Dame gets into the end zone late. 55-20, Penn State up, 1:55 left.
Alexa looks towards her left, but simply cannot find it. Too much pressure coming out from Texas. Get an accurate pass off. 3rd and 6 now for Oregon. Situation feels dire. The Ducks back up. Alexa ready to receive it. Has it. Looking. Some time. Airs it deep. But it's not there. It's let go of. A tough break for the Ducks. Now 4th and 6. They're going to have to go for it.
Like, you have no choice but to go for it. You cannot stop that offense.
Alexa now needs a miracle to keep the Ducks rolling. Looking, pressure on. It's going to drop in front. Lester Harris for Texas trying to play silencer in the big moment. Oregon could not afford that to happen.
And silencer indeed. Texas is going to get this ball just south of the 50-yard line, and they should really start looking about keeping it on the ground and taking some clock.
Instead, it's a pass. Flunky, 1st down and more. The fight was there. Charlie Joe, she's been a bit quieter in the 2nd half, in particular this 4th quarter, but just wanted to show us her stat line one more time, and why not? It's been a sparkler.
And Anthony, gotta be honest with you, this is all about the reason why we are in the booth. We do not know what we're talking about. I made the decision to say keep it on the ground and made a fool out of me.
In your defense, Spunky's so tall, everything looks like the ground, you know.
And now they keep it on the ground.
Yeah, now they're helping. Jet Sims finds 9, 2nd and 1. Only 3:42 left to go. So Oregon, they've got to work some magic. They have got to come up with a stop here in Texas. They're looking for 7 more, it feels like.
Is Sketchy trying to get the underneath and nothing doing. Aaron Perez got the credit for it, but not the play you want to see there by Spunky. Meanwhile, we have reached final over on Twitch, you guys. 55-20, Penn State takes the win in a just about blow-off runaway.
Oregon trying to make this one a little bit more competitive. Texas 3rd and 3. Taking their time, burning that clock a little bit with it. Exactly what Dom was looking for. Spunky knows that there's a banquet waiting after this game, so why not make it worth it?
And do we want to talk about the almost 500 team rushing yards by Penn State in that game? Woo! There was a ground performance over on Twitch.
Chills. Spunky, pressure, doesn't care, finds his man. Cody Scott brings it out of bounds too. So Texas, talk about wanting 7 more. They're playing like there's 10 minutes left.
Call him Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. Now what you mean about that?
You know, Spunky does have some Fatu vibes to him. That's a really good call from you.
I have one good call every once in a while. Doesn't happen often, but when it hits, oh boy, it hits.
Yeah, you got to remember those.
And speaking of which, now we are looking to manually bleed this clock, so we are just going to have some fun time to kind of go ahead and get collective thoughts and little quips to the game that you enjoyed the most.
It was really fun, as the option won't really turn into much. -4 for Spunky. It was fun watching Oregon try to kind of improvise play by play who was going to be that player to stand out. We even saw Alexa hit the running game for a little bit. That seemed to have potential. I loved the performances from both Dylan Powell, Daxton Bliss, the junior. The defense, it feels like for both sides, mostly Oregon, the defense got left in the first half a little bit. I think that's my one area of disappointment for Oregon the most. Run up the middle. 4 for Jet Sims. 4th and 8. They're going to go for 3. That should put it out of reach.
And no, I really think those are good insightful points. I agree with it. But one thing that I actually also enjoyed was I enjoyed being in the booth with you for your first game calling here, Anthony, and I'd like to welcome you officially to the CFSL broadcasting group. And I really think you've had a great, solid first performance. Now I look forward to calling game 2 with you, my man.
Well, thank you. I am excited for the same exact thing, and I appreciate that a lot. It's been fun. Definitely different, but that's what makes it fun. It's been a while since I've had to actually scratch the brain and figure out new styles of it. Oregon now less than 2 left, so they'll just look to make something happen.
We make it up on the fly and we just have fun with it.
Fake it till you make it. That's the key. Alexa airs it deep, almost intercepted. Matt Miller almost put this game to bed. Instead, still a chance for Oregon to get some more points on the board. 2nd and 10.
Oh, hey, there's that bomb we were talking about waiting for.
Oh, yeah. A little bit late. That's okay. Alexa once again looking for it. Won't go as deep this time. Almost picked again, this time by Terrence Saunders. And Texas, they're ready to put this game to bed. They want to do it with an exclamation point, with a highlight reel to close the night off. Seems like the Longhorns will be satisfied with nothing less. Alexa, back, sacked, Texas. The domination on D continues.
Now, literally all gas, no brakes. They're not stopping till we hit zeros. Pinning their ears back, getting to Alexa not once but twice, finally bringing her down after the second attempt. Cole is just absolutely having a defensive performance tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised if Texas gets this ball and comes right back out trying to get more points.
I definitely wouldn't either. Why not at this point, right? The Ducks with the punt. Texas will lie and wait. We'll see how far they want to push it. Almost found some room to work, but Cody Scott was brought down, gaining just 9.
There is no quit in this dojo. You must continue until clock's at 0 in this dojo. That is the Texas mantra right now.
All right, now we're on the ground game. And oh my God, you've got to be kidding. You said they wanted to add on. You said they were going to hit zeros. Make it 5-0. Touchdown, Jet Sims.
Well, it tastes like Peking duck over there on the Texas sideline as they absolutely just gashed the defense one last time and said, I'm not finished with you. At one point, this game was just about a mirror match, but Texas absolutely just opens the floodgates and says, no mercy. I'll tell you what, this is a way to bounce back after last week's embarrassing performance.
A heck of a halftime for Texas. They just came out swinging. Remember, it was just a 3-point lead at half. And we talked so much about how close it was. And Chat's saying it, and they're right. This game was way closer than these last few minutes and the score make it seem. But Texas is just, right at the end, just started throwing haymakers. They saved their energy for the end.
And you've got to give credit to Oregon. They could really, just for all intents and purposes, just kneel, get out of Dodge, lick their wounds, and say, woe is me. But they are still fighting all the way down to the final to try to get something working for next week.
Alexa, still feeling it out. He uses to find targets. Stats count till the end. You see 485 passing yards as well. It's a 6th reception for Ryan.
I mean, only 27 points to show for it really feels like a just underwhelming performance.
The red zone was tough this game for Oregon. Looking to get there again, but the dive is no good. 4th and 5.
Oh, just nothing doing. Some games you're the nail, some games you're the hammer. And unfortunately, it is a nail-like day for the Ducks on all aspects. Just nothing doing. And albeit, do we see another potential?
No way, right?
I mean, I did call that last one a one-hitter.
Oh,
quitter.
no. I hope not. Texas, we'll see how they play it. 50 seconds left on the clock.
No, they are taking,
all right.
They are
We're-
taking the formation.
Tonight we're gentlemen.
Getting out. I think they genuinely might have felt bad on that last one.
Yeah, heck of a first game that we've had so far tonight. Texas just so strong in the second half, seemingly unstoppable until quite literally zeros on the clock. Final thoughts from this first game from you, Dom?
I mean, what was such a mirror match going into halftime absolutely was not the case, as Texas made all the proper adjustments in the second half. Spunky Tolbert absolutely dissected the defense. Sims and Scott were just trouncing through the line, having their way with him, as we see Spunky Tolbert's making player of the game. Of course, no doubt. Defense absolutely stepped up. Matt Miller made good plays. Tyrell Lawson stepped up. Brandon Chen with almost 9 tackles. Absolutely just getting everything done, and Oregon just could not keep the momentum up from last week. Got to get something turned around for week 3, and that's my thoughts for the game, Anthony.
Well, Texas takes this one 51-20. A big thanks, of course, to our executive producer, Mike Peters, and broadcast partner, Rick Jordan, for tonight's action. And on behalf of the whole crew, I'm Anthony Melton. I've had Dominic with me. You've been watching PX1 Sports Pro League on YouTube. It's been a fun one, but we're not done tonight. We have one more game. So meet us back here at 8:45 p.m. CST for Tennessee versus Nebraska. We'll see you there.